Exactly 2 years ago, I was finally starting to put in practice what I had been contemplating for the previous 10 months, and I was starting this channel. And look where we are now! Hello everyone and welcome to the Freedom Alternative. Oh boy, we've grown a little bit on the channel, haven't we? Now, if you had told me 2 years ago that 1. This channel will still be here in 2017, 2. That I'll still enjoy making new videos, 3. That I'll be videotaping an anniversary clip whilst being in Sweden at the behest of the fans of this channel and preparing a second international tour funded in part by the fans of this channel, that will be the upcoming Georgia and Armenia tour. If you had told me this 2 years ago, I would have called you, well, overly optimistic, and that is, to put it mildly. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that things have evolved the way they did, and part of that is the result of more and more work put into the channel and lots of patience. But nevertheless, without the relentless financial support of the hardcore fans, literally none of this would have been possible. Without them and without you, this channel would have at best remained a channel in which I would upload 2 or 3 videos a month and never really nurture it into what it is now. Without your support, I wouldn't be standing here on the outskirts of Stockholm thinking about how to best edit the footage I gathered in Sweden already, thinking about how to move faster and more efficiently, financially speaking, into a new and better studio, and how to arrange the finances in such a way that you'll get to see 5 countries beyond the headlines just this year alone. And for all of that, I am grateful to all of you for creating the possibility for this to happen. Alright, with that out of the way, let me tell you what I have in mind for both the short run and the long run. Let's start with the short run. As impressive as things have gotten so far, and they are nothing short of amazing to me, at least as far as I'm concerned, this endeavor still does remain a hobby for me, and will continue to be a hobby at least for the foreseeable future. I fully do expect to successfully finish the Georgia and Armenia tour with your support, just as I am finishing today the Swedish tour. And I fully do expect to go on in a similar note for the remaining days of the current year, alternating between travel videos and topic-specific videos. Likely with fancier and fancier graphics, and if all goes as planned, including with your support of course, in a new and better and bigger stable studio quite soon enough. I also do expect to maintain the course of ignoring drama, dismissing person-based and or ad hominem-based arguments, because those are simply not important. In the next year, I fully do expect the channel to double or triple its reach once again, just like it did in its second year comparative with the first year. And last but not least, I will appeal to your patience and support with some of the remaining technical imperfections. Building and growing a media operation of the type that this one appears to be developing into really doesn't come cheap, and for a hobby, some lenience is to be applied. Now, I won't compare myself with full-time YouTubers, because I'm not a full-time YouTuber, not even by a long shot. Nor do I think I will be one, at least not over the short run. Now, when it comes to the long run, as I've said several times during the last 2 years, this thing was planned to last at least 5 years. So until the month of June or July of 2020, I won't even consider doing a full-scale evaluation, because there isn't enough data to evaluate to begin with. Now, with that said, there are a few things that I would like to see in the next 2 to 3 years. I'd like to see us cracking the 4 million views barrier, exceeding 15,000 subscribers, and reaching an average of 4,500 views per video. It sounds a lot, but then again, so did the current numbers sound when spoken about in November of 2015 or even May of 2016. This is doable, and this is what I have in mind, and you will all help me to do it in the mutual benefit of all of us involved in this operation. In simpler terms, this channel will not become huge and will not be huge overnight, because it's not a channel for everyone, because it is in many ways exclusive, or dare I say exclusivist. And since I don't have the talents of a cult leader, it will likely remain an exclusive club even for the longer run. But that doesn't mean an exclusive club can't be relatively bigger than it is today. And I think we will be able to do this. There are already 3 different communities loosely associated with this channel in 3 different countries. That is huge in and of itself. If you had told me that would happen, I would have manifested a strong degree of skepticism, let's put it this way. And finally, what I also hope to see in the next couple of years is a real possibility of being able to move this channel from 3rd to 4th on my priorities list to a solid 2nd. Still a hobby, but a hobby that could mix usefulness and pleasantness, as we say back in Romania. So, as you can see, we have small, achievable and realistic goals here on the Freedom Alternative. And we do practice what we preach. And we can afford that because we're not in the business of converting anyone, or worse, manipulating people with a catchy one-liner. We're just here for better ideas, whilst acknowledging that we are fundamentally flawed at the end of the day anyway. And I keep on saying we because the degree of development that the community at large around this channel has gotten so impressive, especially in the last 12 months, that I no longer feel comfortable referring to this operation as just a one-man show, even though the YouTube front of this operation still does remain a one-man gig. Oh, and last but not least, many thanks to Paul for making the Swedish tour possible this year. I mean, seriously, without this guy, without him, this tour would literally not have happened this year. There was just no way I could have afforded this and the Georgia tour in the same year. Anyway, with all of that being said, I will be leaving Sweden today. I'll spend a few days with a part of the community around this channel in Bucharest, and then starting from the next week, you'll see a sudden uptick in videos on this channel as I finish editing the stuff that I gathered in Sweden and start delivering them to, well, to y'all, as Americans would say. So, with all of that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you deeply for your continuous and generous support. I hope you'll continue to do so. And I'll see you all around on Freedom Alternative.